Hello there, good morning. Welcome back to Crafters TV. It is 11 AM, which means it is time for a masterclass. That one time where we really go back, we look in depth for a certain kind of technique or a different kind of, I guess, a kind of genre of crafting. And that is what we are going to be looking at today. We are, of course, talking precious memories this morning here on Crafters TV. It's going to be an amazing show. We've got you covered. We've got everything that you need to build these incredible memory books. Sara is with me in the studio. Sara, this was you literally, well, I won't go as far as say kicking off, but saying I need to have this show back on.
Yeah, kicking off's probably an accurate word. So if you cast your mind back, it was a couple of months ago now, I did this memory album, and I'll give you a little sneaky peek. You can go back and watch the masterclass on this. I did this lovely little memory album with pictures of the boys during lockdown and how everything had gone. And honestly, the feedback we had, everybody absolutely loved this. Do you know, it's really hard doing this back to front upside down, Joe. Everybody really loved kind of seeing what we've been up to, seeing how to do the little photo books and how everything came together. And I got such amazing feedback on it, Joe. And then a lot of people said to me, oh, you're making one for Grace's first birthday. So it was my niece's first birthday about a month ago, and I got some great photos, and I thought, you know what? Yes, I'm going to make one for my niece's first birthday, but why not actually make it live with everybody and give you my little kind of tips and tricks for how to do this. So this, I've already made one because I'm making one for my, I've done one for my sister, I'm going to do one for my mum. So you can watch me make the one that I'm doing for my mum, okay? This is exactly what we're going to be making in the next 2 hours. If you have the Precious Memories album, what you need to do, if you've got this set of dies already, is save this tutorial. So if you're watching on Facebook, if you click share, it'll add this onto your wall. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll be able to add this onto your favourites that you come back to and watch. But do you want a little sneak peek of what we're going to be doing?
Oh yes, please.
Come on, I'll show you. So this was our Gracie on her first birthday. She was so cute. There's me and our Gracie on her first birthday. Now I'm going to show you how to make the album spine. We're going to do all of this tutorial first of all because it's really easy once you know how to do it, as is everything though. That's what they say. Then we're going to learn how to do the twist and pop. So there's some lovely little pictures from the twist and pop as well. I'm going to walk you through just some basic techniques. Then we're also going to do the waterfall card. This is my sister and my brother-in-law, by the way. There's my mum there. So we're going to do some pictures on with the waterfall card as well. Then we're also going to, oh, these are my mum and dad. There's my mum and dad with my little Grace. Isn't she lovely? And then this is also where we have like a little pocket for you to put in memories and notes or anything, kind of little memorabilia from the day. So I thought that would be a lovely little keepsake. And it is round about a 2-hour project, so it's ideal for me to sit and do with you as a masterclass. And what I'm hoping you'll all do is save this, get your memory album, dies and everything out, and then, I mean, I know a lot of you don't necessarily like to craft along with us while you're live because you're always chit-chatting with us during the show, but you could always watch this back and hopefully I'll inspire you. You could sit and make your own memory album, get your own pictures ready, get everything down. Joe's going to tell you it's a really special day today, Joe, isn't it?
Oh yes, it is. It is World Photo Day today. So what we would love you to do, if you haven't yet got the Precious Memories collection, we'd love you to send us the pictures that you would be putting into your memory books. Really easy to do. So you can email us, studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. That is where you need to send them into. Loads of you though, of course, I know already have these. I've already been making so many in really impressive memory books. We'd love to see your pictures as well. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk is where you need to send those into. Now I understand as well as we go through the next couple of hours, they're quite techniquey, I guess, the pages that we're going to build and put into our memory books. But what you've got is the dies that do all the work for you. All the calculations, all the measuring, all the cutting is done. Any questions though you've got at all, as we go over the next couple of hours, you can drop them into Facebook. So search for Crafters TV on Facebook. In the Facebook live comments there, you can pop them in there. Or also, if you're on YouTube, pop it into the comments there and someone will pick those comments up and send them to me here in the studio. I see loads of you already tuning in and getting excited this morning. Right, let's take a look first at what is coming up on the show. So what you're going to need is, of course, the core essentials when it comes to building your precious memory book. So we've got an essentials collection available for you on the show. Now, what you're going to get included in here is firstly the album spine. Now, this is what is, of course, going to hold all of those different pages in your memory book. It's going to do all of the cutting for you. It's going to put all those scoring lines in there to make sure you get something that is really perfect to house all of those pages in there as well. You're also going to get in here too the tabbed purse, which is amazing. So this is going to give you all of the little sort of pockets and openings that you need to store things in here. So if you want to have loads of little loose elements within your projects, this is great for that. You also, of course, because we are talking, you know, Gemini dies, you're going to get all of the extra bits and bobs that you need for every single element. So you're going to get your little buttons, your fastenings, your arrows. You're going to get your finishing off in there as well. And you're going to get all of your flourishes in there too. Right, this is where it starts to get really exciting because you're also going to get in here this item just here. Now this is the twist and pop, which is absolutely fantastic. So what this does is it gives you this wonderful pop out element or mechanism on your card. Now, the great thing about that is you've got all of the score lines, all of the working out is completely done for you. Let me show you what that then looks like when you use it in your memory books. How incredible is that? And that is from, just from cardstock. That is how you're going to create that wonderful twist and pop mechanism. So that is the next part that you've got. Then the next element of your essentials collection is the waterfall card. Now this waterfall element, what this does, it gives you this pull tab here, and what it does, it kind of cascades all through all of these different pages for you. It's really, really clever. Let me show you it in a memory book because you can really see. Imagine popping dates on here, or you want to pop pictures on there. There's loads that you're going to be able to do with that, and it just means that you can create loads of interest within the different pages. What you've also got in here as well is the pull tabs too, so you can put secret messages and stuff in here. This twist and pop one allows you to do that as well. You are going to get the magnets too, which is going to allow you to make sure everything closes really beautifully as well. £80 or $110 if you want to go for that collection. Now, everyone, of course, can get their Club Inspired discount off of that as well. It is an incredible deal. You're saving £37 or $54. However, there is an even better deal for you. And I know those of you that will be going for Precious Memories today will be investing in the complete collection, because the complete collection has everything that I've just shown you, and then it has 3 other die collections which are going to really help you take your Precious Memories to the next level. You're also going to be receiving the mini card and envelope, the mini pocket and accessories, and the frames and accessories as well. Now, for the whole collection, £135 or $185. That means everyone is saving over £70 and almost $100. However, platinum members, you can get this today for £108 or $148, which is incredible value, saving you almost £100 and over $130. Let me just show you those 3 extra accessories that you're going to be receiving as part of that full collection. So in here, you're going to get the mini cards and envelopes, which is wonderful for popping these little mini cards into your books. You're also then going to get the mini pocket and accessories in there.
Oh, that's my favourite one, Joe.
Is that your fave?
Can I just show you one thing why you need this one, right? So at the back of here, can you see there was this little secret hidden pouch, and what it does is it perforates so that when you lift it up, it has like the little secret message inside. So that's one of my favourite dies in that whole set. So if you're kind of thinking, do I need the extras? Do you know the other thing I would say is, it's kind of one of them things whereby if you make mini albums, in for a penny, in for a pound. You want all of the little extra bits and pieces to be able to do more. I'm just doing the very basics today. If you're totally going whole hog, you want all these extra little pocket openers and the terry pouches and the exact right size frames to go on the front. So just if you're sitting on the fence trying to decide which kit to go for.
So that one was your mini pocket and accessories, and then you'll also get in there the frames and accessories as well. You've basically got everything that you could want and need to make the most amazing precious memories, whether it is for babies, whether it's for first birthdays, maybe it's for weddings as well. Oh, I wonder if Jan in Ravello is watching. Jan in Ravello, her husband, Sara, does the weddings when people go to like the Amalfi Coast to get married. And then what Jan does as a little sort of extra bit for them is she makes memory books for the couples to give them when they get married on their wedding days. How amazing is that?
Wow, that sounds fun. Well, I'm guessing Jan's probably got this whole kit then and is going to be doing loads of these things. Jan, send us some pictures if you're watching.
Yes, please. Yeah, make sure you get your pictures into us. We would love to see them. Loads of you commenting away. Any questions that you've got, I will get to them as we go through the show. But there's going to be loads to learn. Make sure you either save this feed or share this feed so you can come back and watch it at a later date. Now, not only do we have Precious Memories on the show, we've also got the ever popular rose gold collection for you on the show. Now, a few different collections here. We've got the embellishment collection. Now, this is fantastic because in here you're going to get that gorgeous ribbon. You're going to get as well that glitter glue, which is just gorgeous, and you're also going to get the embossing powder and the fine glitter in there as well. £14 or £19.50 if you want to get that one. We've also got the stamping and embossing collection for you. So you're going to get in there your confetti burst embossing folder. You've got your rose blooms embossing folder, the diamond lattice embossing folder, as well as the rose, decorative rose frame. Then you've got your stamps in there, the sassy sentiments, and also the interchangeable sentiments as well. There is also a 7-piece metal die collection for you. In this one, you get the ornate frame, love, sparkle, wish, happy birthday, elegant roses, and the modern roses too. Now, I want to just give you a heads up about the 6, well, before I do that, they've got the mega bundle on the show for you as well. So you want to get all 3 of those collections, then absolutely you can. There they are all together. A better deal, of course, when you get them in that configuration. However, I need to talk to you about the rose gold paper pad. Now, it isn't in any of the bundles because basically we just don't have enough of them to include it. It's a 6x6. It is available right now on its own individually, but I don't know how long it is going to last. It is gorgeous. You've got that lovely spot foiling in there. You've got glittering in here too. The papers as well are just so elegant. They're going to work beautifully with your precious memories if you want to use them in there as well. Beautiful patterns, and that glittering is just absolutely gorgeous. $9.99 or $12.99. I can see you're multi-ordering on that one already. It could go very quickly. We've got the metallic ink pads. They are back in stock. They have been out of stock for a very, very long time. It is your 11-piece collection that you've got here. £40 or $53 if you want to go for those. And the colours that you are getting in there are absolutely gorgeous because we've restocked. We've got pretty much all the colours there ready to go for you. So you're going to receive the blush, the bronze, the platinum, the amethyst, the blue organza, the gold, the pink lace, the red garnet, rose satin, jade green, and the rose gold as well. Check the website if you want to see all of those as well. Details there on your screen are for those ink pads. Right, Sara, I am going to dive into these comments. There's so many people chatting away with this already. I can hear there's loads of pictures coming in already too. So it's going to be a fun couple of hours. But right, I'm going to keep my eyes peeled and pay attention now to these fabulous demonstrations. Right, go on. You get yourself sorted. Do whatever you need to do. I'll show you the nice basics. So just to remind you,
So what I've basically done is I've asked for all the rose gold stuff on the show today because I'm just totally in love with that collection. I've used all the rose gold in the project that I'm making. So in case anybody didn't see us right at the start of the show, we are going to make the whole album in this show. And the very first component to this is making the album spine. So I'm going to show you how to do the base spine that you can then attach all of your little pictures onto. And then you can see how I've decorated them using all of the elements from the rose gold collection. So the dies, we've used the paper pads, I've used the embossing folders on parts of these as well. So I've done all the embellishing with the rose gold collection, but then everything's created using the sets of dies that we're working from. And the key one, if you're only going to go for one thing today, if you can't stretch the whole collection, is the actual album spine itself. So the die, when it cuts out, does this shape, and I'm going to show you how we can convert this into essentially what becomes the base spine. And what's brilliant about these, Joe, is it makes like a 4-inch deep. So it's ideal that the memory album sizes that I make are always 4x6. There's nothing to stop you making them longer, so 8 inches, for example, by 4 deep. Or you can always put 2 of them on top of each other like this. So if you wanted to do 2 albums, then it makes an 8-inch deep, and then you just put your pages on at 8 inches. So people always say to me, can we do like a bigger album than this? Yes, you absolutely can. You're just going to make 2 of these and attach them together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get organized. Well, I've already got organised, let me just tell you, because what I've done is I've transferred all of my precious memories. This is my folder of precious memory dies that live at home, because I've done several of these now. And so this is my one that lives at home. So I've got all of my dies for the precious memories organised. So I've got the spine. Then I know I can just turn over everything to do the waterfall card. I can turn over again, Joe. Then I've got everything to do the twist and pop. Then if you're going for the small collection, by the way, then you also get everything for the tabbed purse. These next few are the extras if you go for the complete collection. So this is when you're going to get the extra gorgeous little envelope that fits inside, the extra embellishments. You've got the little swirls and everything that works with these here. This is the die that I was telling you about, Joe, that does that little tear. Can you see it's got like the little perforate element on there? Also, it does this awesome little pocket. So these are little pockets. We've got some lovely samples that we'll show you later in the show where that die cuts out, they all fold in and then they open up as like a concertina. I'm just so very organised, Joe. I'm surprising even myself. And then there's the extra set of dies that you have if you want to do all your organisation and you want things like, we've got family, memories, wedding, holiday, baby, Christmas in there. So that is basically, if you are going for it, just go for the extra, right? So look at this, the die stamp and storage folder, $19.99, $24.95, and it's worth it to get everything organised. Then you've got, actually, then the 3-pack of storage panels is on the bottom. So yes, you want 2 of them and you want one of the storage folders and you'll be nice and organised. So here we go. I'm going to work with the album spine die. Now what you'll notice is we've made it exactly the right size to cut from a sheet of A4. So it's going to need to go in your large Gemini. If you don't have the large Gemini, by the way, let me show you a little trick. What you're going to do is you're going to put this, you're going to obviously cut that down. You're going to put this, you can see that the die is longer than what your plate is, Joe. So you'd need to cut it, then move it up, then put it through and cut the bottom bit as well. So if you've only got the Gemini Junior, you can still use all of these dies with the Gemini Junior, but you are going to need to put it through twice as it was. So I'm going to take that there. It is a regular die, which means we're going to go with a regular sandwich. You're going to go with your frosted plate, then we're going to go with your magnetic plate, then your top plate, and we're going to send that through the machine.
Loads of people chatting away already. So Mitch Murray saying, I feel a rose gold album coming up. I think that is definitely on the way. Lots of you I know got the rose gold will be going for this. Hannah Horn's got a notebook at the ready for this tutorial. She's taking notes, Sarah.
Brilliant.
Janine says, OMG, looked at the shop of the show for a heads up of what you were doing today. Ended up getting in some sort of Crafters TV black hole and watched hours of Leanne's tutorials. I love that.
Crafters TV black hole. I love that. That's gonna have to be a new saying, that one, Joe. Right, here we go. Can you see what this does? This is really clever, okay? Puts all of your score lines in, and then it also puts these crosses on. So these come from these little parts of the die here. And what these are your gluing flaps. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold each of these over and just give it a nice little burnish. Now this is where your bone folder or where one of your creasing tools comes in perfect. What I always recommend, Joe, is fold every fold both ways. So can you see first of all, I'm folding everything away from the crease. This is my top tip number 1. Should we count how many top tips we can get through in the show?
Okay, number 1, I shall make a note as we go.
Oh, are you going to relay them back to me at the end of the show?
I will do. When I say I'm going to make a note, that's code for like, I hope someone in the gallery will keep an eye on how many we are doing. That's always I will. It always means the royal I, which means everyone.
Which means everyone. So you can see I've got all them gone one way, but then you are going to fold them all back the other way. But do this second, because what you don't want to do is you don't want to tear the cardstock. So you're going to fold everything one way and then you're going to fold it all the other way. So give me just a couple of seconds, Joe, to get all this folded.
El Friday on YouTube says, just watching, have the complete set already. So no doubt getting loads of inspiration. Stephanie says, good morning. What a great deal, isn't it just? Also, Sonia is saying, good morning, y'all. Barbie says, I have this set. I think I just got my last auto ship from HSN. So I'm definitely saving this show. Susan asks, what craft card do you use? Sometimes the ones I've used previously have split when doing the spine. So I think, was that what you were saying, Sarah, about doing it all one way and then all back the other?
Way. Yes, and also don't make your sandwich too tight in your Gemini. Okay. So you want your clear cutting plate and then your magnetic plate. You don't need the metal plate or anything like that in. This is more than adequate, that sandwich, and it's given me a really nice crease line for every one of these, as well as really, you know, like a detailed cut around the outside. It's not an intricate die, so you don't need to worry about extras. Fantastic. So I've folded everything one way and then I'm just folding everything the other way as well. It's worth putting in the work at this point, Joe, and then you get a nicer finish at the end, you see.
Okay, if you want that craft card, details there along the bottom of your screen. This would be perfect to make an album for my friend, says Stacey. Lots of you talking about how you're going to be using it. What is the weight of the card that Sarah is using? Is it about 300, Sarah?
It is. It's exactly what it is.
Fantastic. Jane says, good morning, Sarah and Joe. These memory albums are absolutely beautiful. Mary saying, I plan to make one of these for my daughter and granddaughter for Mother's Day. I had so many irons in the fire that I have to plan way ahead. Well, that's always good to know. And Judy's saying, great idea for keeping these dies all together. Guess I'll do that this afternoon. Thanks for the tip, Sarah. Carol Coe in the High Peaks saying, good morning. I'm so looking forward to this masterclass. This is a fabulous collection. So much excitement for this masterclass. Remember, if you're watching on Facebook, you can either share the feed, or what you can do is you can click the 3 dots in the top right hand corner and you can save it as well if you want to. It is very, very busy already on that big collection. Pretty much
loads of people have been waiting for it to come back in stock. We have been out of stock of this collection for, well, I think it's a couple of months. I've been waiting to do a show, so it's just come back in the last few days. Hence, I've got my masterclass straight in there. Right.
Yeah, and then people are absolutely loving it. Literally, what I was going to say, pretty much everyone going for that big collection opposed to the smaller one. It's far more popular, that larger collection. Well, you've got best savings, so easy to see why.
I'm pleased. I'm really pleased, because I was worried a lot of you were going to go for the small collection. And what we did do is we did the smaller collection, the £80 one, but then we put the extra bits in a secondary collection, because I have a feeling you'll watch most of the show and then come back and buy that secondary one as well. So if you're on the fence, just hold your horses or get the big one, because it's one of them things. I've done so many of these albums now, Joe, and it's always about having the accessories the right size to put on it, and this is just everything thought through. So right, back to the album spine, because I've been just doing all my folding there. What you're going to do, Joe, is everywhere where we've got the crosses, you're going to put tape on them, because then, can you see, basically what you've got is you've got a narrow bit, then you've got 2 crosses, then you've got a narrow bit again, 2 with crosses in, a narrow bit. That's because those crosses glue together, form the spine, and then you've got a little bit of a gap before we form into the next spine. That's how everything's going to work. So I'm just going to put the tape on, and I find the best way to stick is to go basically glue onto glue. So look at this, I've put glue on both of the crosses side, Joe, so that I can get plenty of glue all the way down and we can stick them really professionally.
Fantastic. So how many pages then, Sara, will one spine give you?
Right, so one spine will give you 6 pages, 6 places for pages.
Right.
If you put pages separately on the front and the back, then you can get 12 in there. And it depends on what you're putting on. So I find these are actually a really nice size just to put on 6 pages if I'm doing things like my waterfall cards and whatnot on the pages. If I'm just putting photos in, what I do is I double it up so that I can get twice as many, and then I can put 12 in. And I'll be really honest, so for me, doing a one to just stick photographs in, I've got one of those little printers, you know, that does the 4x6 photos, which is why this is so ideal. If you've got one of those, I find I can print 12 pictures off. It takes me about 10 minutes to print the 12 pictures off, and then I do the spine like this, and the spine takes another 10 minutes or something. I can put a whole project together in half an hour. And it's much nicer to give somebody, you know, a little album with 12 photos in than just to give them one photo. Or I used to always just do people, you know, if one photo framed or something. So I think this is so much nicer to do. But then if you want to go whole hog like I'm going to do here, because it's a big thing, you know, my niece's first birthday, it's nice to do something where we can put fancy things on the pages, which is what I'm going to show you now. So there's that spine, and you can see how you can just fold them up. They both go both ways. When I'm saying you can put them on the front and back, what we can do, you see, Joe, if these were photographs, you could put, I like to put one thing there and then something else on the back and stick them back to back like this with this in the middle. Can you see? So this kind of sticks it over the middle, stick the 2 pieces back to back, and that gives me 6 really nice pages. In fact, you know what? I've got one book here, Joe, that's got none of the fancy stuff in. It's just got those pages stuck back to back. Can you see what I'm talking about? We've sandwiched that in between the 2 pages, and then look how well they're stuck on. And this is without any of the fancy bits in, just with a few of the photographs to see you the other to show you the other option that you could do. Or you can literally stick one on the front, and then that could flick so that you see the next one. Yep, instead of sticking them back to back. So wonderful. That's what we've done there. And then all I've done, Joe, little bit of a tip, if you get your 6x6 pad, you can draw right through the middle of this and cut this out if you want. So I always do that to get these little pieces here that are slightly smaller than the die, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick these onto the front part here just to cover that up. And then something else I always do, some people like the spine showing like this, right? So that is one option, to have your spine showing like this, which is what I did when I made this project here. I had the spine showing. If you look at this one here, I've covered my spine over to make it look a little bit more like a book, like a photo album. So if you're going to do that, all you need to do is you need to take a sheet of card 2.5 inches, so 2.5 inches by 4 inches long, and put a score line at 1 inch, quarter of an inch on either side. And then watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this to the side, and I'm just going to shape it over the edge of the table like this, so that it's like a little bit rounded, so that when you look at it from the front now, it's got a little bit of give in that spine there. And then what I'm going to do is take these, Joe, little bit of tape down these sides here. And have you noticed, top tip, every time I'm going on, I'm putting 2 layers of tape on so that we've got plenty of this on. That is going to go onto that edge there. Oh, not onto that edge there, because that's not where we're going to stick. We're going to go onto this edge here, all right? So we're going to stick it down onto that one there on both sides really, really well. And then that is going to kind of cover our spine a little bit, and then stick the other side as well. So that just gives, it's got the workings inside still, but it's just giving us that little bit of cover over. And all I'm going to do, Joe, is I'm going to stick these, I'm going to stick 1 page to the front, 1 to the back, and that gives us the base spine, and then stick these pieces on the front. So I'll go and do my sticking while you're reading comments.
Yeah, no worries. Hannah is asking, can you get the album die individually? I've got all the other bits, but not the album, so the spine die. You can, it is available on its own individually. So pop yourself over to the website, shop the show, and you'll see it in there. It is also, there it is on the screen for you, £24.99. or $39.95 if you want to grab it. You can get it on its own if you do already have a lot of the other elements. Good morning, Joe and Sara, watching in my craft room, says Nicole Bretherick. Yolanda saying, would the adorable scoreable work for the spine? I guess it would it, Sara?
Yes, because you're going to get that lovely no cracking on your crease.
Fabulous. Jan says both of my sons got married this year. They could have a big ceremony, but they will have big events when they can gather. They couldn't, sorry. I want to make these memory books for them. That sounds like a wonderful idea.
Fabulous.
Evelyn is asking if there is a tutorial for making the albums bigger, Sara.
I can absolutely just show you that if you want.
Oh yes,
so,
I think that'd be a great idea.
Let me stick this little bit on here and then I will show you that one next. No problem.
Mary says she bought the selfie printer after hearing Sara talk about it. She says it's perfect and she loves it for smaller photos. And Leslie also saying, morning or I'm late, I have to watch back as I need to know how to make these. Make sure you say this. Now, if you do miss it or you maybe miss part of this show, you can always watch all of our shows back at any time over on our website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.eu. All of our shows live over there. Also, remember, you can watch and shop at the same time over there as well. So never miss any of the deals, but don't ever miss any of our wonderful demonstrations as well. That's come together really quickly, Sara.
It has, hasn't it? And I know these look a little bit in funny places, but once we get the pressure on them from all the pages, they will fall into place beautifully. That is our spine ready for us to start the work on. Now, if you were wanting to make two of them, look what I've got is I've just got another spine here. So all you do is literally take your second spine and then instead of doing, so if we just lie these two flat, instead of doing a 6x4, you would do one larger 6x8 sheet and stick the whole 6x8 sheet over both of these so that they're stuck down really, really well. And I'd sandwich one actually in between the two of them. Do the same on the back. Doesn't matter that they're not connected in the middle. You can even do this strip that goes right up the back, you see, to connect them all. And then you'll just get essentially two workings in here. Now you've got one somewhere over there, Joe, that I think it'll be good to show people what it looks like when it's all made up.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see here exactly what that then looks like. So when you make them up, you can see this is what you end up with. And actually, it looks like it's exactly as it is meant to be intended. You can see you've got your waterfall elements in here as well. Still use all the elements, the little purses, the tabs in there as well. But you can now use it in here. Got that lovely twist and pop element in there as well. So yeah, loads of options when it comes to how you choose to make them up, which is fantastic. Right, let me run you back through what you are getting included. So the largest collection, far and away the busiest one at the moment. Pretty much all of you going for that whole collection. Now, this of course is your album spine. You're going to get this included in here, which gives you the ability to create the structure for your memory books. You're also then going to get as well this one. Now this is here your tabbed pages and purse card. This is brilliant because it allows you to create almost these little wallets in here. And now you're going to get the magnets included with a large collection too, so it allows you to have those beautiful magnetized closings on there. Now the great thing is about all of this, what you're also going to get is all the embellishments that you need to make it all look pretty. So yes, you're getting all of the hardware, you're getting all the workings, but you're going to be able to decorate these absolutely beautifully as well. Now you're also going to get in here this one, which is your twist and pop. Now the twist and pop is fantastic. So this is the one that Sara's going to demonstrate next for us. Now I'm always blown away that you can make this closing out of a piece of cardstock. It's amazing. Let me show you a couple more that have used this. Now if you look here, so you've got that beautiful twist and pop opening mechanism. So yes, you can make a whole book with these and it makes a beautiful whole book, but you can also make smaller projects if you want to as well. These are just fantastic to send as little keepsakes, especially as a little memory from a holiday. This one here, you could easily have this on the inside of a card for a birthday card. It would work beautifully there. So you're going to get the twist and pop included within here. You're also then going to grab as well the waterfall element too. Now the waterfall element is fantastic. It gives you this really lovely fluid element. So you could pop different dates in here. It could be all of those little pictures that Sara talks about as well. They could all go in there perfectly. Now, if you're going for the large collection, you're also going to get the following elements as well. So you're going to then get all of these extra accessories. You've got the mini card and envelopes. You're then going to receive as well the mini pocket and accessories. This is that one with that secret compartment in there that Sara was telling you about. You're also going to receive as well the frames and the accessories too. And you're going to get the magnets. Now the price, when you get the whole collection together, is absolutely phenomenal. So you're going to get it, everyone pays £135 or $185. That is the details that you can see right there on your screen. However, Club Inspire members, Platinum members, you can grab this today for £108 or $148, saving you $99.92 in the UK or $136.60 in the US, which is absolutely loads. There is everything that you are getting. Now, you've been sending us in photos absolutely in your droves. Keep sending them in. We'd love to see pictures that you would be using in your memory books. Jean Marie says this is what she would be putting into her folder. Some gorgeous wedding pictures there, as you can see.
Oh.
Wendy Frederick has also sent us in these. I'm guessing all of her boys there. That will be going into her memory book. What a gorgeous, gorgeous picture. Margaret Tennyson has already been creating lots with her memory books. You can see here, there's that secret compartment, Sara, you were talking about.
Yes. Oh, do you know what you could do? You could do like a wedding album, and then somebody might want to put in like a little note that they wrote on their wedding day and hide it in and like open it on your anniversary or something.
Oh, I love the idea.
That idea.
It really is gorgeous. Margaret's also been very busy here, as you can see. That one's beautiful. Now, Arena's been sending us in some as well. Check these out, Sara.
Oh, fabulous. Oh, I like all the bright colours. Look at this one coming next. Oh, my word, with the unicorn. That looks amazing.
It does look absolutely beautiful. Baby albums there as well. She's been very, very busy, isn't she, Sara?
Oh, she has. Do you know, I've done loads of baby albums. I think these look brilliant, and it just shows you use any papers that you've got. Can you see all those little dies that she's got on there? Those are all the little accessory pieces. So once you've got them, it does all the little tags, the little, the little spaces. This is what you'll see us using as we go on. They make all the difference. They make that really professional finish with it all.
They really do, and you've got to be able to theme these. There's so many different things that you can do with them. They are so incredibly versatile for any occasion, for any gender, for any theme, any style. From everything from moving home to golden wedding anniversary, you're going to be able to create something using these. Loads of you still chatting away. Leslie saying that she's going to be watching this show back. Wendy says, I have these dies, they're all fantastic. Barbie says, no idea you could extend the album. I'll have to try that. And Janine saying as well, Janine says, please can you ask Joe if he's tried the new pineapple Jaffa cakes, which is a bit of a random comment that slipped its way in there. I have not tried pineapple Jaffa cakes. Janine, I shall report back. Have you tried pineapple Jaffa cakes, Sara?
Didn't even know there was such a thing as pineapple Jaffa cakes. That's a brand new one for me today.
Right, okay, back to you. I'm going to have to investigate this pineapple Jaffa cake situation a bit more, I think, Sara.
You go. Do you know, I just found out something really interesting now. Producer Laura told me. For every one of the small bundles that people are buying, 5 people are buying the big one. So I thought it would be neck and neck, people going for the smaller one or the bigger one. You've all gone with the Sara school of thinking, let's go big or go home. And I'm just going to show you again, in case you're on the fence, right? So I'll just show you them on the pages. So everybody needs the album spine. You can't do any of this without the spine. So even if you just go for the spine on its own, we have the spine available. Spine's in every bundle, okay? Then, and of course, if you want to have the storage folder, you can be as organised as me. This is the set that does your waterfall card, but then what I love is this is also one of those little tear pieces, so that you put this down. I did this when I did a one for my mother-in-law. We put this on, and what I did was, when I did the page, so can you see this one here? When I made this, I didn't seal it down at the top jaw, so that she was able to put a message inside and then stick it. I put like double-sided tape across the back, then stick it, so that at a later point in the future she can do that tear and open it. I still think they look cute even when they've been opened though. So that is another one of those tears. Also, this here, where you'll see a couple of these, this is if you want to do this part here. So you see how we've got tabs on the edge of the pages, right? What you would do is you would use this. You would die cut down the edge and it cuts you 5 tabs on, and then 6 tabs, so you just cut away the ones that you don't need. Everything is so well thought through, I can't even begin to tell you. Nicole, that worked on this with KO Designer, just did a knock it out the park job. Now this is the one I'm about to use, which does all of your twist and pop. And then also these, I'll have to show you how to use these. These are little photo corners, believe it or not. I'll keep them out and we'll do a little, we'll do something little with them at the end as well, right? Then in that, if you go for the small collection, you also get this one here, which I'm going to use at the end. It's got another one of those on if you want to do the size of your pages, but it's also got this lovely envelope front. So you'll see what we're going to do a little bit later is one of these, right? So you can either do it like this, Joe, or how I did it in the last project that I showed everybody, is if you want to do like an opening and then put photos as it opens down, you can do that. Cute. Isn't that a lovely idea? And you can make this as long as you want to cascade down. So I've done that one quite a few times if you want to get a few extra photographs in there. A little bit of a tip there. By the way, these photograph sizes are all from my Canon selfie. So these are all when you do that. And can you see some of them have these like photo mounts around? They're all included in the kit as well, right? So then you've got, if you're going for the extra kit, you get this beautiful, it's like a really fancy purse size. So the first purse folds up at the bottom, the sides fold in, makes like a little expandable purse on there, which looks lovely. The little tabs that come on the side there as well, the key and the flourishes. We then also have the extra set. This one's a must have because of this fold. This is also, if you wanted to do like along the tops of a lot of your books, Joe, can you see this fits along the top here? So if you wanted to do like recipe cards so that you're tabbing through, you can do all of them. Also, can you see this here? This is if you want to do, so this cuts out and these fold in and fold up from the bottom and it makes like a little pocket and you can do multiple pockets on here, right? So that is the next one there. Oops. I'm loving having everything organised for you, right? Then this set's brilliant because what you can do is you can use this outer frame and we can add family, memories, wedding, holiday, baby, Christmas or whatever into the middle. That's how they're all designed to work so that you can personalise each one of your albums for different occasions. So that's what that one there's for as well. And lots of different frames to go with it. So, and there's the Polaroid cut. If I cut back to the one that we're going to use here and get the dies off that I need to do my twist and pop. And then, remember, I'm going to show you this one a little bit later. So for the twist and pop, Joe, here's what we're going to do. We're going to use these two main dies and they're going to, again, everything's designed to cut out of A4 or 8.5 by 11 papers, absolutely no problem. So I'm going to cut them onto that front panel there like this, and then what these are for is you're going to need these. So if you see, when we open up each one of these, can you see each one of these, if you want to do your matting and layering on there, these are for the matting, that's what that extra one there is for, is to do all of that matting and layering. So here's what we're going to do, we're going to bring that in. If you are using your magnetic plate for positioning, place them on, make sure you've got the magnetic side facing up, place them on, Joe, they'll hold in place, which means they're not going to move as they go through the machine, and also you can just get everything lined up quite nicely. Use the least amount of card. Pop your cardstock on there, pop the top plate on, and away we go through the machine.
Talking of cardstock, Michelle is asking, what are the measurements for paper for the album? Am I right? And you think, do you start with A4 most of the time? Yep,
everything works brilliantly well with A4 because the dies are going to cut everything down, so you don't need to know any measurements, but your base pages are all 4 by 6. So you're going to cut all your pages to 4, or use 4 by 6 photographs straight in there to start with.
Janine has come back. She says, I'm so sorry, guys. Joe, my 10-year-old started commenting from my iPad. I had no idea why I was commenting about pineapple Jaffa cake. So sorry.
That's hilarious. That's absolutely brilliant. And now he'll be mortified that we've talked about it on live TV. Right?
So funny.
Right, so all I'm doing, Joe, is each of these, I'm folding those fold lines back both ways. Trust me, this is the bit that takes the time, the folding and the burnishing, but this is the bit that's going to make all of your mechanisms work that little bit easier. So can you see you're going to get, this is one half of the mechanism that we start with. And what I love is, you know, when I first started crafting, we used to do things like waterfall cards and whatnot, but you had to cut everything by hand. And then if your measurements were a fraction out, the whole thing wouldn't work. You had to be so accurate. Whereas these days, we've got dies for all this sort of stuff, which just makes everything so much better. Right, so here's how the whole thing works. Once we get them folded both ways, they're going to fold lovely. And you can see this here is going to go inside. You're going to cut yourself another little square of card, just a little bit bigger. And we're going to stick that inside this piece. And that's the first stage. It sticks on the 2 side panels. And then this is going to stick onto this panel here. So we're going to do it in 2 sections. Now, what I'm going to do, Joe, usually what I would do is I would use a wet glue for this, because I want it to stick really thoroughly. I'm going to use the tape pen just while we're live in the show, just because I want to do it a lot quicker for you, okay? But if you're doing this at home, please take your time, do it with a wet glue so that it sticks. I mean, tape pens are good, but you want this to last really, really well. So you're going to do it. The one that I've got ready to show you, I did mine the other night with some glue, some tacky glue was perfect for it. So there we go. Get them stuck down, give them a good rub all over there as well to make sure that mechanism sticks really, really well in place. You want that sticking, and you want this right up in that corner so that it sticks really, really well, okay? Then this is going to go onto this panel here, okay? Now it's up to you. You can either stick it flush to the very, very edges, right? But what I like to do is just stick it so that I have like a little bit left at the top and bottom, a little bit on this panel here. So you'll see exactly what, I've got one in black and white here so you can see it actually. I did one black and white. Can you see? I leave a little bit so that it all the mechanism all works comfortably. So you've got that there. And you can see it, you end up with the bending. There's different ways to stick this. Some people like to stick it super flat. Some people like to stick it with the bend in the middle. But as long as you have it so that it all folds up. So I'll show you how you do that. If you think about it, right, this is going to come onto here like this. And when I'm saying we're leaving a little bit extra, we can leave it at the top and bottom here, right? And then as it folds down, this is when you're going to probably, if you're not sure, do it with a wet glue, and then it allows you to maneuver it into place, Joe. So I think I'll do it with a wet glue, and then I'll probably pull one that I've already stuck with my photos on to show you how we stick it in there.
Fantastic. Barbie saying she's loving all the ideas. Kelly saying as well, I love that I can extend the album. Every day is a school day on Crafters TV. Robin has a whole set, very excited for the masterclass to pick up lots of extra new tips. Lynn Christine says, I have the main kit. I need to get the secondary kit. My passion for the last 30 years has been scrapbooking. I made baby books for my kids and school books for them too. If you wanted those 3 extra additions, so that being the mini card and envelope, the mini pocket and accessories, and the frames and accessories, those 3 additional ones are available as a collection on their own in this show as well. So pop yourself over to the website. Details are coming in for you. They are £60 or $80 if you want to get those as well. Details there across the bottom of your screen if you need the 3 extra packs of accessories. That goes together a lot simpler than it was going to in my head.
Yep. People assume that they're really, really complicated, but the trick is, you see, you only want glue on the top left and the bottom right, and then if you do give yourself that little bit of time, so if you do it with the tacky glue, or any sort of PVA glue like that, then you've got time to maneuver it into place, fold it into place, and let it set. And if it's not going to be in the right place, you've had time to move it. What you need to do is make sure that it closes like that. You need it to close flat, and then once you're comfortable with where it is, it's going to hold as you open it out. You want to make sure it folds out like that. So now I know there, you see, this is where I'm going to do my just manoeuvring everything into place, and I'm going to leave that to set and dry. Perfect.
Fantastic. And great that you can open it and close it whilst it's still setting as well, so you know that you're not going to stick it and then it's going to be sort of tricky to open and close. It's going to be very, very easy to do so. Now, Arena had used a whole host of different paper pads in her memory books. Now, we've got loads of them on the show for you. I'll start with the rose gold one, as you can see here. Now, the rose gold one has been so popular. It's available now in the 6x6. We've got some rose gold elements available on the show. We don't have the paper pad in them because we are low on stock of the 6x6, but you've got beautiful patterned papers, wonderful foiled papers in here. You've got spot foiling, spot glittering, as well as all of those gorgeous printed designs which are in there as well. That's your rose gold, $9.99 or $12.99. The next one we've got here is the Crafty Fun. So this is great from the Sara Signature Collection. Lots of really funky, bold, colourful papers in there, which is wonderful. So if you want to make really bold, bright memory books, then absolutely this will give you the option to do so. Right, the next one we've got is some of the textured cardstock. You want to make something really super bright, then this is going to be the one for you. Having that extra texture as well does make all of the difference. So you can see 36 pages in this one. It's an 8x8 and it's 230 GSM. That one there, $13.49 or $17.95 if you want to grab that one. And then finally, we've got the So Retro available for you in the 12x12. However, it is limited stock. Less than 10% of the stock is remaining. So if you want this one, if it's sat in your basket, you will need to be quick for it. You could make some very bold and bright memory books using all of those gorgeous patterned papers. Really, really lovely. $11.69 or $17.95 if you want to get your hands on that one. Right, how are you getting on over there, Sara?
Well, that's been brilliant. That couple of minutes is just giving it all the time it needs. Because that tacky glue tacks really well, it had that manoeuvrability time, but I was able to get that lined up absolutely perfect. And then also, you see, you can work that mechanism. So as it folds up, it's going to fold up and go nice and flat in this piece in here. So we've got that nice and flat, and then it's going to open, it's going to twist and pop. Now what I've done is, Joe, I've got the one that I've stuck the photos onto. So in this one here, you can see all I've done is I've used the little mat and layer pieces, can you see, to do the mats and layers, and then cut out the little mats and layers that go on here and use the extra embellishments that we've got just to add some of these extra bits. So these are from the Rose Gold collection. You didn't need to see me sticking all the photos on, Joe, so I thought I'd get that bit ready. And then I'll show you how to put it into your book. So if I get my book that had all the plain pages, we had one page just with a little picture of our Gracie on, and then the next page I left clear, so that we could put this part on here, can you see? And again, I'm going to use that tacky glue because I want it to stick really, really well. So this is when you just want that little bit of manoeuvrability time. So I'm putting plenty on because I can leave this while we do the next page to settle really well in there. And I'm going to put that down into place and just give that a little bit of manoeuvring. Remember, the glue's got to dry clear. So if there's any of this that you get left over at the end, don't worry, it's just going to wipe away because that glue is going to dry lovely and clear, right? Now, I did say I wanted to show you what this die here was for, right? This is one of the extras. So I've just pulled up some nice like goldy cardstock here so that I can show you this, Joe. And this is a nice little one. When you've got these little dies, they'll fit through your Gemini Mini. I don't even know where the Gemini Mini's got. It's down here. It's down here, Joe. We're all nice and organised. Our Leanne's been in doing some sewing. So, right, here we go. If I take this one here, and we just want to cut all these pieces into it, can you see? We'll get that ready, and then that just goes into the Gemini Mini, and it's just going to give you all those cut pieces perfectly. Can you see? You get these, they're like little tabbed corners. Now, what they're then to do, if you bring this in, you see, is these just fold over like this, so that if you want to stick them onto your base, that you would just put a little bit of tape on the little two tabs that come out from the ends, right? So just from them bits there. You don't have to have it on the front at all. And then they are going to fold around if you want to stick your photo corners in. And can you see it holds the corner in place?
That really finishes it lovely, doesn't it?
Just finish it nicely. I'll show you that again. So just give them a little fold first of all. And this is so that if you don't want to, you know, you don't want to like stick your photos because you might want to change them out at some point. You can do it like this by just feeding those onto the corners, and then you just stick these down, which means your whole photo could become removable if you want. And I think it's a lovely little finishing point on them. So that's if you want to use that extra little corner tab die. Yeah? Beautiful. And I'll get ready. I'm going to do the waterfall one next. So I'll put these away and we'll get ready for the waterfall one, Joe. Fantastic.
Now, getting very, very busy. Of that big collection, a third of the stock has already sold out and got a lot of you with it in your basket at the moment. There is everything that you are getting all together there. £135 or $185. Everyone saves over £70 and almost $100, which is amazing. Platinum members, you can get this for £108 or $148, meaning, well, you're almost saving as much much as you're spending, saving just short of £100 and over $135. Everyone will get that free postage and packaging. Everyone will get free shipping and handling as well. So a great time to get stocked up. Whether you're coming in for the extra bits, you can of course go for any of the 2 smaller collections that we've got on the show for you. So whether you want to get the essential collection, getting you the 4 main elements plus the magnets, you can grab those. They are available, £80 or $110. Or maybe you already have that element and you're just coming back to get the extra accessories. Absolutely, we've got you covered there as well. If you want to get the accessories, then you can. It's called the Precious Memories Mini Dies and Frames Collection. Details are £60 for that one, or $80 if you want to get that one. It's along the bottom of your screen. I want to give you a recap of some of the stuff you've seen so far in the show that's proving very busy. This is your stamping and embossing collection that you can see here from the Rose Gold Signature Collection. It was such an incredibly popular signature collection when we launched it. Loads of embossing folders in here. So you've got confetti bursts, you've got rose blooms, diamond lattice, and you've got the decorative rose frame. You've also got 2 fabulous stamp sets as well. You've got the sassy sentiments, and you'll also get the interchangeable sentiments within there as well. £32 or $43, there is your price. We've got some dies for you available for you as well. You've got the ornate frame, love, sparkle, wish, happy birthday, elegant roses, and modern roses. So some nice frames, some beautiful florals in there, and some sentiments for you too. You can get that all together with also the embellishment collection as well. £80 or $105 if you want to get it in that configuration. You've got a great saving there on that one. Right, let's recap your Precious Memories collection for you, because it is very busy. As I said, over a third now of the stock of the main collection gone. The main collection, of course, is where you get the best value for money. It's where you get the biggest saving and the ability to create absolutely everything that you're seeing on the show today. So we're going to start off with the album spine. Now, some of you, I know, didn't have the album spine. It is available on its own individually. If you want to grab it, then absolutely you can do so. Now, as well as that, you're then going to get the tab purse in here as well. And this is great for having those beautiful little loose elements, especially if you want to have things like tags poking in here as well. It gives you like a little wallet within your card, which is brilliant. And you've got the envelope here as well, so you can see. Also, within each and every one of these, you do then get all of those little embellishing elements that you need to enable you to finish that project off beautifully as well. So it's not just about creating that construction element, it's about making something that is gorgeous however you choose to theme it. This one that you've got here is the Twist and Pop. Now, this is amazing. Sara's just shown you how effectively and easily you can put that together, and it gives you such an amazing, such an impactful element to your Precious Memories books there. You've also then got, again, everything you need. I love that you get all the fastenings on this one. You've got the key, the love heart, the little tabs that you might need to use within your books too. The next one you've got is the waterfall, which is this one just here, and this creates that beautiful effect. As you can see, this is the one that Sara is going to take you through in just a few minutes. I think it's amazing that you can make that out of a piece of cardstock, and again, everything that you need. I love the little film that you've got on this one too there, and again, all the keys and some lovely little mats there that you might want to pop sentiments onto. That is all coming included in your collection, £80 or $110. Now, of course, what you're also getting as well, because let's face it, everyone is going pretty much for that bigger collection, is you're then getting all of the accessories that you need as well. So you're going to get the mini cards and envelopes within here, as you can see, which gives you this beautiful like wallet that you've got in there. You're also then going to get the mini pocket and accessory. Sara loves this one because it's how you can put those secret messages in there. No doubt we'll see this in more action as we go through the show. And you're also going to get the frames and accessories in here too. You get absolutely all of that. £135 or $185. Remember, you're also getting the magnets that you need in there to enable you to make those clasps on your closings too. And it's all about, of course, making the most amazing memory books is what we're talking about. This one is really full. This one's properly loaded up, this one, because you can squeeze absolutely tons into them. So whether it's pictures from holidays, whether it is birthdays or first babies, there are so many different ways. There's pretty much not really any kind of celebration, I don't think, that you couldn't make one of these beautiful memory books for. Loads of pictures you're going to be able to cram into these as well. And I love all of the sort of secret compartments that you've got here, like in here, all of these lovely little loose elements that you're able to fill these books with. And I think that one thing that you're just going to get them out and show them to people time and time again. Look at that lovely little element that is within that card there too. Also in here, I love these little pockets there, even the ones that drop down. Sarah was talking about putting extra photos in there. When they drop down, you can. How many of us have got photos that we just have sat on our phone as well? This is a great opportunity for you to do something with them and create something amazing. Check that one out. I hadn't seen that one before, Sarah. That one is amazing. And again, every single page is something exciting that you're going to be able to look at and play with and remove things. I love all the texture on these too. Buttons and ribbons and all sorts of different elements that people are adding to them, which is absolutely beautiful.
Oh, that's the ones I was talking about, where they like expand out and you've got several of them in the side. I think it was lovely to be able to see that. That's where you do them when you just stick 3 or 4 of them and they just expand out at the end there.
Keep sending in your photos as well. Loads of you already sent us in your photos. It's World Photo Day. We'd love to see the photos that you're going to be included in your memory books when you get them. studio@craftscompanion.co.uk is where you need to send them into. Also send us pictures of any memory books that you've already made. We would absolutely adore to see the things that you have been creating. Again, same email address for that, studio@craftscompanion.co.uk. Any questions or comments that you've got, then feel free. You can drop them into the comments on the Facebook Live there, or pop them in the comments on YouTube. Someone will pick them up from there as well. Right, what's next, Sarah?
Right, I'm going to get ready. I'm just getting organised, get my dies out that I need to do the waterfall element next. Now, on the waterfall die set, bear in mind, if you go on the website, you could buy just the individual die set. So if you don't really make memory albums, but you do a load of waterfall cards, just get the waterfall card die set, or just the set that does the twist and pop. We're just giving you the bumper collections there, because most people are going for everything. And I will warn you, that stock, when Joe's giving you updates on the stock, it has been months and months we've been waiting for this stock to come back in. So I know loads of people have been desperate for us to get these back in. We actually sold a lot of them. A lot of you must have done that trick whereby it says notify me when they come in stock, because pretty much the first couple of days, these, well, they've only been, what, 3 days now? Soon as they came, loads of you took a load of our stock that was supposed to be for the show, got them ordered, and they went straight through. So yeah, they'll be on their way to you already. Now, here we go. I've got the waterfall one. Got it all organised. Don't forget, if you want to get organised, you can get that binder. You can get the binder, and then we do the sheets in packs of 3, Joe, that come in them. So if people want to load up, I find that a binder will hold up to like 12 sheets pretty comfortably. This is the waterfall one that you want. There you go. The details are on the bottom of the screen there if you want the extra panels, but then we also have the binder there that's on your screen. So for this one, you're going to cut, and I'm going to just do it out of white card this time. We're going to cut this piece, and then also you need one of these cuttings. So I'll just send them through the machine, Joe, and I'm just going to cut this. And so I guess you could get at least 2 waterfall cards out of any sheet of A4. And I'm using A4 because obviously we're over here in the UK. But if you're in the US and you have easy access to more 8.5 by 11, everything's designed to work with either the A4 or the 8.5 by 11.
Wonderful. Michelle Joyce says, good morning. Bit late to the show, doing the dreaded paperwork and accounts. Ugh, she says. Anyway, I love this. I have the twist and pop and the waterfall die. Could you tell me, is there a pool die in this collection, or did I imagine it?
A pool die?
Because in my head, the waterfall one is a pool one. I'm not sure.
Maybe it was a stamp. Maybe it was a stamp that said pull.
Who knows?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but this is vaguely ringing a bell. Vaguely ringing a bell. Yes. She says, I think.
I think it's this bit, maybe, Sarah. But someone just created a little tab and written pull on there. And then that is what that is in that way. So, yes, I think it's probably the waterfall that you already have. Michelle, let me know if that answers your question. Pop back in the comments and let me know if that was what you were meaning.
Right, I'm just using, I love just having the mini handy as well, Joe, for when I'm doing these tiny little ones, right? So all I'm doing there we go, last little one there, and this is going to give you the second bit of the mechanism. So if you wondered what this bit was for, it is also the second part of the mechanism. So here's how the whole mechanism works and goes together. You're going to take this, Joe, and you're going to use your fold and burnishing tool again and just fold over every one of these. So can you see, you're just going to give it a nice fold and a bit of a crease, and then we can, this is called burnishing, you see, when you rub over it with the tool. And not only are they nicely scored, but they've also got this nice little bit of an emboss. You'll see this when you get them home. It's just this little attention to detail we've paid when we've been designing these. And this is what you can kind of rely on us to do, know that we've got this perfect. So that you're going to fold them all one way, and then you've heard me say this a lot of times, you're going to fold them backwards and give them a crease back the other way as well, and it'll just help the mechanism move. Oh, now I've got another top tip for you on this one, okay? So I don't know how many top tips we're up to now, but Hannah was keeping a note as well, wasn't she, of the little tips, because she was going to be making some of these little memory albums. If you're doing this at home, make sure you're writing all these down. Or you can just come back and watch the show anytime.
I think Hannah will keep us right, I reckon, with how many tips we're up to.
Totally, right? So how this all works is you get, basically this piece comes at the back. These are the pieces that fold over on the front. So then what you're going to do is you're going to stick this down. So it's completely up to you if you stick it down. Can you see this is going to go over the back part? We have this sticker down over the front, and then this is going to stick. You only stick these two little parts to your backing piece. So you'll see what I mean here. This comes down here, sticks on the front, folds over, and you only put glue on this part as you stick it down. Now I like to always give this a little bit of a maneuver, just so that it's nice and not too tight. And you see I've just maneuvered that into place so it's nice and loose. And also, if you want it to be able to pull a little bit easier, I just come in with a little pair of scissors and just trim up the edge here and just take a tiny little bit off. So if you just want like a really fluid movement, and you want it, because I mean, you'll find that these will get played with quite a lot. You're taking a fly's eyelash off there, guys. Like literally, the naked eye won't see it. It's a fly's eyelash. This here, we're going to pop tape down here. So tape on the edge there, and that is going to line up over that edge piece. There we go. And then that is going to fold over, and that is what sticks on your project. Now, before we do all the sticking on the project, I'm going to get my waterfall pieces. So what you'll see is in the waterfall set, Joe, I'll just bring mine back in here, you've got these two pieces. So what they do is this large outer one is going to cut all of your pieces. So I've already cut them ready. This next one is if you want a mat and layer. We know a lot of people do matting and layering. It just look really, really professional. So what we've done is we've always given you dies to do all of your matting and layering as well as doing your bases here. So can you see these are going to go on, and these are the same height here. And all we do, Joe, is a little bit of tape on that first piece. And then you take this panel, and where we have the score line here that we folded, we're going to butt it up against that score line. So you go up against the score line there, give it a good stick down, and that is the first piece. Then you're going to put tape on the second score line, always two pieces. This is going to go over top, and this is going to stick in place as well. And so you can see as these pull towards you, right, they're all going to just give them a nice little fold and a crease as you're going along as well. This is how you're going to get that waterfall effect. Make sense? So 1, 2, I'll come down with the next one. Again, you want plenty of tape on, third piece. And there's space for 5 little pictures on your waterfall card. Now, if you want your pictures to be really big, do them the full size of this panel here. I'm a fan of really big pictures. A lot of these books here, I've put small ones in just because I'm being really tight and only printing a few on each of my pages. But when I'm printing them at home, I do loads of printing, and I always try and print the pictures nice and big. So you can always do your full size and then lay them straight on. And you can even do your 4x6 print and then line this up over top of the photo to work out where you're going to cut it out. Yep.
Would you do this with wet glue if you were doing this at home, or would you be doing this with a tape pen?
I think a tape pen's brilliant for this part, actually. Good question though, Joe, good question. I don't know if it was one of yours or one of someone else's.
It was one of mine. That don't happen very often, every now and then. Janine also says, what is the lightest GSM card you would suggest using for these books, Sara?
I'd go as heavyweight as you've got.
Really?
Yeah, I'd go as heavyweight as you've got.
So even up to like what, 350 GSM?
350 would be lovely.
Yeah.
Now, can you see if I just cut there, this is the one that I've already done I've added the photos onto, so it's exactly the same. I've just added photos onto all the pages, right? And it's still got, just like you saw on the back there, still got that folded piece over the back. So it's exactly what you just see me make. I've just got the one that I've done all of the decorating for. And I think our book will be a little bit dry now where we've stuck that first. Yep, oh, that tacky glue is an absolute treat. So we can open this up. I've just put a couple, so all I've done is I've tried to go plain page, fancy page with something on, right? Then we're going to go again, plain page, I'm saying plain, just, you know, not with any of the fancy mechanisms. And then I'm going to go space for a fancy page to put something on here. So when we're going to stick that down, we're only sticking these two panels here down. So I'm going to do it with double-sided tape. Now, if you're using one of our tape pens, that's absolutely fine. If you're not using our tape pen, my recommendation would be use something like a red liner tape. And there you go. So that's going to go on
Producer
there.
Laura just had a great idea. She said you could use a shadow alphabet to spell out a name if you wanted to.
Oh, I like that.
What a great idea that is.
Brilliant idea. And you know what, a lot of when you start seeing how people have used them all together, I think it's a brilliant idea. You see how fluidly that page moves, Joe? That's purely because I just trimmed that little bit extra off. So if you're finding sometimes your waterfalls are a little bit tight, just give them a little bit of a trim on these parts here, or just when you're sticking that piece in, just manoeuvre it into place a little bit, and it looks really professional there, doesn't it?
I guess you could just have a practice run as well when you get these home, you know, make a waterfall element, stick it onto a flat page, don't stick it straight into, you know, make a few of them to kind of get the gist of it first before you put them in your book. Then of course it's only cardstock, which is the great thing.
Do whatever you want.
I think it's amazing as well that you can make all of these elements using just cardstock alone. Now it's very, very busy out there at the moment. The whole collection, the complete collection, far and away the busiest of the three different options when it comes to getting this. £135 or $185. I can see there's a lot of you with this in your basket waiting for an opportunity to check out, so I'm going to give you that right now. I'll share with you actually all the details of how you can watch and shop at the same time. Hi, I'm Joe from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can grab the best deals and shop whilst you watch during our shows. So the best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. Head on over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV. You can see all of our shows, offers, and even shop while you watch. Now if you want to get involved and comment along, head over to our Facebook page. Come say hello, ask us some questions, and lol with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even AirPlay directly onto your big screen. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day. All the details there, of course, of how you can watch and shop at the same time. Now, there is some rose gold signature collection on the show for you as well. Lots of you found it. It's very busy, actually. Now, what you've got is a few smaller collections which make a larger one. So I'm going to give you first the details of the embellishment collection. In here, you're going to get the dimensional glitter glue. You also get that lovely mixed ribbon pack, and you're going to get the embossing powder and the fine glitter as well. £14 or $19.50 if you would like to get your hands on that one. Now you've got the stamping and embossing here. The stamping and embossing has loads of embossing folders for you. You've got the confetti burst, rose blooms, the diamond lattice, the decorative rose frame as well, and then two stamp collections in there for you as well. Both of them A6, the sassy sentiments and the interchangeable sentiments as well. You've also got a metal die collection available, which has got in there the ornate frame. You've got love, sparkle, wish, happy birthday, elegant roses and modern roses. So you've got some sentiments in there, nice big ones. You've got some frames and you've got some floral elements in that one as well, £40 or $53. However, if you get all of 3 of those collections together, the value gets even better because it's £80 or $105 to get all of that. Now, if you want the paper pad 6x6 is available individually. It's not in any of those collections, but we do have it for you on the show, so you can grab that one if you want it. Here it comes, $9.99 or $12.99 if you want to grab that. Let me just take you through some of the things that you can do with your rose gold collection, because it is beautiful. It's been such an incredibly popular signature collection, one of the busiest ones I can remember, and will work beautifully with your Precious Memories collections as well. So you can see here some of the different things that you can do with it. It looks lovely with things like your mirror card in there as well. You've then got that beautiful wish die here from that large collection. Remember, you're getting the ribbon in there, the papers are available, and you've got those floral elements within there too, which is brilliant. This one's really lovely. I think this is an absolutely gorgeous card with that fold back design, looking quite organic. That one just there. So lots of different things that you're going to be able to do with them. £80 or $105 if you want to grab hold of the signature collection rose gold. It's available on the show. Don't forget as well about that 6x6 paper pad. However, far and away the star of this show though is of course your Precious Memories collection. Absolutely loads in here. That large collection of course is giving you everything that you need to make the most amazing memory books. You're getting all of the kind of construction dies, if you will. Also, you're getting as well everything that you need to accessorize those collections with as well, which is brilliant. So absolutely everything you need included in there. £135 or $185. Platinum members are, however, you can get this for £108 or $148. That means as a platinum member, you're saving almost as much as you are spending, which is great value. Let me whiz you through a couple more of these beautiful memory books that people have been creating for us, because see here, you've even got everything that you need to make these gorgeous paper clasps on the front of your memory books here as well. This one's nice. This one has been done in quite a vintage feel. I think if you went for the vintage Christmas collection, imagine making some gorgeous Christmas memory books using those. It would be absolutely perfect to allow you to do that. Love all of the ability you've got to add all of these loose elements into here as well. These could be little pictures, they could even be little IOUs if you wanted them to be, or maybe you could make someone an experience book. Maybe you could put loads of different experience ideas or things that you were going to do with them into the memory book, and each one of these could have a little sort of redemption ticket for an experience. That would be a lovely way of using them. And again, if you want to make them very classy, you can. If you want to make them colourful, absolutely you can do that. I just love that twist and pop element. I think no one is going to have any clue how you've ever managed to create that using cardstock. We've then also got as well in here, there's loads of different pages in here. I love this one just here. So this one is almost like a sort of tabbed binder here. So you can see loads of different pages in here. These could all be different pictures if you wanted them to be. It could be a picture on every single one of those pages. So showing you how you can get many more pages within each element of this collection. Here again as well with that gorgeous fold out element just there. And this one's really silly. This one's been done on a really nice heavy GSM cardstock, and then you've got that lovely wallet in there too, which is brilliant. That lovely time in there. Again, everything that you need to create this is available to you in that big collection, which is fabulous. That one's very classy, that one, isn't it, Sarah?
It's lovely, isn't it? And do you know what? There's a few ideas. Can I have that one over?
Yes, of course.
All right. There's a few ideas I might borrow from that to put in this one here. Should we pinch a few now? I just love that, what you were showing everybody near the end there, Joe, right? So that, where was it? This part here. Do you want me to show you exactly how to do these? We could do some of this with the rose gold paper pad, and I've got space on the last page here that I didn't have anything planned for. So watch what we're going to do, Joe. You're just going to come in and bring your 6x6. You're just going to get the rose gold paper pad, and we're going to choose 6 different pages. So I like that one, and then we'll go with that one there. Oh, I quite like all of these. Yep, let's just go with one of each of all of these. These are going to work beautifully well. Let's have a slightly different shit. Oh, there we go. Another. See, the rose gold pad, Joe, We did loads of spot glittering, spot foiling that we'd never done before. That we'd never done to this extent before. Looks really, really classy. So I think I'll take that one there as well. All right, so I've got a couple of foiled, couple of glittered on there. So what you're going to do first of all is we're going to trim all of these to 4 inches deep, 4 inches wide, because these are going to go inside the project book here. So I'm actually going to go just slightly smaller. Let's go so that they've got a little bit of a, if I go at 3 3/4, yeah, that should be just nice there. So 3 3/4, and I'm going to stop being ridiculous, try to cut 6 at once, and I'm just going to cut 3 at a time so that it's going to be really nice here. So 3 3/4, all the way down, there we go. And then leave these bits for the extra elements I'm going to show you too. I've got something extra I want to do on another one of the pages, and then same here, 3 3/4, hold that in place. Right, so they're going to go on there. So I've got my 6 pages that are going to go perfectly inside the last piece of my book here, just slightly smaller. Then the first thing you're going to do, Joe, is you're going to get that tabbed paper. So it was this one here, and we're going to cut down, you see, down the tabs. So this is designed to be exactly 6 inches, exactly 4 inches. So because we've just trimmed ours a little bit smaller, I'm just going to manoeuvre it slightly into place, and I can use my Gemini Junior plate, and I'm going to cut 2 of these at once, both times.
Awesome. Sonia says, I love making the pocket and purse pockets from this collection. You know how when you take scrap paper and do a trial run, that's what I did, see how easy it was, and all the elements came out great individually. I thought they were pretty easy to put together, which is good to hear. I know that snooze you lose you old Sonia, and she won't mind me telling you that she hasn't been paper crafting all that long either. So if Sonia's telling you it's easy peasy, then I think pretty much all of you, as long as you've got a fantastic die cutting machine, you're going to be able to utilise all these different elements.
Do you want me to tell you how this whole project came to be, Joe?
Yeah, please.
Right? So, there's a designer on our team. She's called Nicole. I think she was watching the show earlier, actually, Joe.
She was
I heard
indeed.
that she'd commented, right? So Nicole on our team, Nicole is an exceptional paper crafter. I mean, there are only a handful of crafters I've met in my life at that sort of calibre, and Nicole is one of them. And she made quite a few, she was really into scrapbooking, so she made quite a few mini albums for her daughter, right? And she'd done a one, I think it was it one of her daughter's big birthdays or something like that, and I saw it on her Facebook page, and I said, Nicole, this is amazing. She said, yeah. She was working on it for days, you know, on and off, but she'd done so much work. She'd put a twist and pop in, done a waterfall card, but she just followed tutorials on YouTube that were different sizes, adjusted the sizes down, tried to make it fit, and done it all into this little small book. And I said, do you know, it's lovely, Nicole. It's lovely that you can do that, but the rest of us wouldn't have a clue where to start doing all of that faffing about and working it all out. So, you know, would you mind, why don't you, if I put you in touch with one of our kick-ass designers who can basically convert everything, do all the mechanical, the engineering side of like the die cuts, she could work with you, and if you designed it into sets of dies so that people could create this with sets of dies. And that's what she did. So Kay, our designer that worked with us on it, she's really technical, great at this sort of stuff. They worked on this for over 6 months. Loads and loads of rounds of changes. Nicole wanted to make sure everything was absolutely perfect, which obviously it is, and then thought through everything. And then Nicole made loads of the samples that you see on the show today. So a lot of these are what Nicole made. But yeah, it all came from me seeing something on her Facebook page that her daughter had made. That she'd made for her daughter. I should correct myself there. Now, can you see how I've done that? I've got that all with the tabbed pages. So what you're doing, Joe, is on the first, decide which one you want to go on the front.
I think the one you've got at the front looks gorgeous.
It's quite nice, isn't it? I think I'll go with that one, right? So take the one at the front, and what you're going to do is you're going to cut the other pages off, cut the other tabs off, and just leave the top tab, right? Then the next page, I'm going to cut the top tab off, right? And then I'm going to leave the second one and cut the other ones that come up to that second tab. So there is going to give me tab number 2. And then you're going to do the same with the third one, which is why it doesn't matter that my bottom tab isn't a complete tab, because I did it a slightly different size. because as long as, if you want to do it a full 4x6, you're going to have exactly 6 tabs. Otherwise, you're going to just cut a couple off. So let's have a look. I like to cut down from this way. So we'll
Mary H has got a good question, Sarah. She says, were all of these included in the HSN auto shipments, or are there extras I should be picking up?
No, if you bought this when it was on HSN and were in the HSN auto ship program, you have everything. Do not worry.
Fabulous. Janine also says as well, these would work lovely with a Santa's kitchen set to make some festive recipe books.
Oh, what brilliant idea. I love that idea.
Really fantastic.
So that's that one there. I think that's quite nice with the little 5 tabs down the side. So I don't need that 6th one. And then let me show you what I'm going to do, Joe. I'm going to bring these in. If I've got my scoreboard. It's gone missing from the corner. Here we go, scoreboard. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a little place. I'm going to give them a little fold so that we can stick them down. Now, before I stick them, just want to check, are these a nice size, or do I want to make them a little bit smaller? I think they are quite a nice size there. Yep, they're going to tab down there nicely. So all I'm going to do is bring this on and then give myself a nice gluing flap. Do you want me to work in inches? No, most of you are inch girls, aren't you?
Wonderful.
So I'm going to come 1/2 inch, give it a little score line down the side there. And I'm going to do that for all 6 of these. All 5 of them we've ended up with, haven't we?
It shows you the quality of our papers, doesn't it? When they are a lighter gist, they're about 180, aren't they, the paper pads?
Yep.
Yet they still score really beautifully. They don't, they don't break or tear or crack, which I know a lot of other papers can do.
Oh, well, we just know, because that's what we know our customers are doing with them. It's no good. We can't have all of our stuff doing that. Because it just won't work. So so we have to make it so that all of these will not break when we're doing that. It's kind of not an option for us, Joe. For other companies who don't do like fancy things with their scoring or don't sell dies, they maybe just do papers. They don't know what you're doing with the papers, therefore it doesn't matter. For us, it really does matter what you're doing with all those papers. So we do have to make them that great quality.
Absolutely. Cynthia says she loves using the twist and pop in cards. Really cute with an over-the-edge character cut into it as well.
Nice.
Great idea.
What a brilliant idea.
Darlisa is saying as well she'd had trouble tearing with the spine. You covered this at the start, didn't you, Sarah?
Yes.
You had a top tip for that.
Yep. So I said you don't want too much on it in the way of you don't want too much in the way. I'm just actually, before I say this, Joe, I'm just going to trim that off, and then I'm going to pop this one on the base so that we've got a nice base there too. You don't want too much in the way of pressure going through your machine. So for example, don't use the metal shim. Just use a nice light sandwich, and then you can use your so you're going to use your base cutting plate, you're going to use your magnetic, you're going to use your clear cutting plate, and that is it. And then you're not putting too much pressure through this.
Well, talking of light sandwiches, Ryan Taylor says, I recently lost 108 pounds. Congratulations. Wow. I'm going to do an album of my before and after, an in-between journey, so I never forget all the hard work. I could do with starting a before now and then working up to an after, I think, Sarah. But no, what a great way of documenting something like some weight loss. That is amazing. Congratulations, Ryan. Well done for all that hard work.
Brilliant. That's really impressive. We have a guy in our office, Dean. He lost, I can't remember how much it was, but it was over £100.
Wow.
And yeah, it's a big achievement.
It really, really is. Also, Debbie from Nebraska says, my husband has renamed my craft room for me. Crafter's Companion Production, it's called now, according to my hub. So Mariah as well saying, great job with this CC design team. Yeah, they are beautifully designed, which is why I think, with die sets like this, they either just work or they're a pain, aren't they, Sarah? And I think if everyone's gone out before and bought construction dies or dies that make concept before, and then you just end up swearing at them rather than swearing by them, because they can just be difficult and hard to use and hard to operate as well for whoever you give them to. These aren't, are they? Everyone that seems to pick these up, and all the reviews say they just work, and that's why they're so amazing.
Everybody I've known who's got these have absolutely loved them. I've had people who haven't even done craft before, haven't done any paper craft, have bought a Gemini machine to be able to buy and use these die sets. You know, so and that to me is testament to an awesome die set. So much that you can do with it. Now look at that, isn't that lovely with all the tabs on? And then all you need to do is go and add the photographs onto those extra little tabs. So I've just added, you see, someone said earlier, like how much space have you got for photos? I've literally just added an extra, potentially either space for notes or space for extra pictures onto the last page there. That was a little bonus extra that we added in there. I wanted to do another little bonus extra as well, Joe. So if I go back to this die set, on here, one of the extra sets, can you remember? One of the extra ones that I showed you is using, let's go right to the back. So these are the extra pieces. I love these little sets here. All right, so these sets here, and this one here, actually I'll take this one here out as well. We'll use all of these. Can you remember I said you can use this if you want to create a tab on the top? It's also brilliant. If there was one album that you showed, Joe, where someone had done this, they'd sandwiched two pieces together and they'd cut this down the top so that you could see that this opened up to lift something out. So I think that's a brilliant idea. Use it this way and it gives you a little bit of space to take something out there as well. Right.
Loads of different ways of using, loads of people commenting along as well. Deanna, says, I made these books for 3 of my grandkids with the cell numbers in to keep in their diaper bags for daycare to have. I added a picture of everyone with their phone numbers. They were so cute. I need to read that again. Brilliant. I feel like I didn't find... Right, I made these books for 3 of my grandkids with the cell phone numbers in to keep in their diaper bags for daycare to have. I added a picture of everyone in their moment. Yes, okay, they were so cute. All right, I got there in the end. I think my brain is on a bit of a go slow today. It's Tuesday for me today, Sarah.
Is that right?
But it's not really Tuesday, is it? It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday for the rest of us.
Again. Yeah.
Yeah, it's because we've got... So Joe's shift started this week on Tuesday. He was off on Monday, so he came in, did his first day of the week was Tuesday. I was in on Monday, Joe.
Yeah,
I had a really busy day Monday.
But then Thursday's also Friday for me, so there's no hope this week.
Yeah, there's absolutely no hope at all. So, right, look at these. I'm going to fold these over, give these a nice little crease, and this gives you a little pocket. All right, so can you see that there? So all you're going to do is put tape down the side here, and then stick that down, and then you put tape all over the bottom here as well, and you stick this piece down here, so it makes these little pockets. And then into the pockets you're going to put the little tabs. So I can take one of these little tabs. Oh look, that is absolutely perfect. No, you know I like to waste not, want not, Joe. Was that your off-cut? That was my off-cut from earlier. Well, the thing is, those paper pads are in short supply, so we've got to use every last little scrap of them up, Joe.
Absolutely. If you want to grab the rose gold paper pad, the 6x6 is on the show, but we didn't have enough to include them in the rose gold collections. They are available individually if you want to add them to your basket. Details are along the bottom of your screen there. That works beautifully, doesn't it?
Doesn't it? And if you want to do a few of them, watch what you can do. You can do the others with just some regular paper, so we don't have to keep using our fancy paper all the time. I think I might use, what have I got under here? I've got some nice kind of pastel colours. Yeah, so if I just bring some nice kind of a nice light colour out of there, maybe it's that nice light creamy one. Yep, and I'll cut a couple more of these so I can show you how you can do like an expanding wallet on these as well, Joe. Ah,
fabulous. Is that the one we saw in the book earlier?
That is the one.
Really liked that one. That was really cool. Terry's asking, I love my scoreboard. Quick question, what is the non-ball end used for?
The non-ball end of your scoring tool. This one here. Yeah. Yep. So some people like to use that for doing your scoring with instead. So that's that's a little point. You get 2 different ball tools we do. We do one that has a medium and a large head, the one that has the small, and then a flat end. Some people like to use flat ends for scoring too.
Oh, okay. Horses for courses.
Every day's a school day.
Lots of you still sharing loads of different ideas about how you're going to be using these as well. They really are, they're not in any way occasion specific, are they? Sorry, anything from moving house to first babies to 90th birthdays. You can do pretty much everything with them. In fact, Kelly's been sending us in some pictures of what she's been up to. Check these out, Sarah.
Oh, let's have a, so apparently Kelly's saying this was an anniversary book for her husband during lockdown. Love that.
What a great way of documenting your lockdown experience. These papers are fantastic. Look at that, very nautical there.
I'm loving it. Absolutely. Do you know, it's not just me who did a lockdown memory album. I did them for the grandparents, if you remember, and sent them at Partway. So I think that's a lovely idea to do that there.
Yeah, it's a great way of doing it and a great way of documenting your time as well. Loads of you still sharing ideas. Not too late to get your pictures into us as well of your memory books or the pictures that you are going to be putting into your memory books. Either of those things can be emailed to us. studio@craftersacompanion.co.uk is where you need to send those into.
Right, so I'm just doing a couple of these just to give you an idea of how they would work, Joe. But again, every one of these, you see, you can be popping photographs onto when you lift them out, a little notes. And then all you need to do is stick them together so that when they come out, as long as these are stuck together in the middle, they'll fan out. So you come and you put your tape, you see, just down the middle section here. And then you line these up on top of each other. So you're going to put several of these in here. Get them all lined up, as many as you want. Once you've got them, the very, very back one is going to stick flat in your book. And again, I've done them where I do probably 3 or 5 of these, I find is a really good number. And then you see it just goes into your book like this. And then you've got extra space where you can you see these extra pull, and you've got all these little pulleys. Brilliant if you're doing like little recipe book cards as well. And this is sized so that you'll fit 2 of these on a page if you want to do. It's just a little extra bonus one in there as well. So
how brilliant is that?
I'm going to get ready, I'm going to get tied up, and I'm going to show you how to do this bit next on here. All right?
Right, whilst you're doing that then, let me recap everything that you're getting included in here. Let's start off with the Essentials collection firstly. The Essentials collection, basically what it's giving you is it's giving you all the hardware, all the construction dies, all the worker dies that you need to create the fantastic base for your incredible memory book. So the spine in there is what creates everything that you're going to stick your pages into, which is fantastic. We've then got as well this element just here. Now, this one is your tabbed page and purse card, which is fantastic. I love that you can pop those magnetic clasps on there as well. You're getting the magnets included, which is brilliant. Now, with everything, what you also get is not only the element to get the construction, you get everything that you need then to be able to finish that off as well. So whether it is the keys in here and the locks, the buttons, the flourishes, everything has been really well thought out for you to give you something that is going to look stunning when it is finished. You've then also got the twist and pop. Does anyone else keep thinking about Legally Blonde and the bend and snap every time we talk about the twist and pop? In my head, it's all I can keep singing. You're going to get that one in there as well. So that's great. It gives you this beautiful concept element which will just fold out, and you can display pictures on there. There's a whole host of different things that you're going to be able to pop in there. Again, every single embellishing die you can imagine is included in there for you as well. The next element you've got here is the waterfall card. Now the waterfall card is great because what it does is it produces that wonderful waterfall element, and I just am amazed how it is so fluid and works so brilliantly every single time. You can put pictures in there, you can put dates on there, whatever it is you want to. You've even got these little tags on here that you can use with the film. It's all included for you. Now, if you're going for the smaller one, the Essentials collection, you will receive all of those that I've just shown you. You'll also get the magnets included in there as well for £80 or $110. However, far and away the busiest is the larger collection, because in the larger collection you get to level up your memory books. You get to really take them to the next level, add all of the extra decoration, all of the extra elements in there as well, because you're going to get the mini card and envelope, which is this one just here. Again, makes those beautiful small envelopes for you to pop into your books. You're also going to get this one, which is the mini pocket and accessories. This is the one that's got those, you can make those secret messages that Sarah was talking about. And then finally, you're going to get the frames and accessories included in there as well. £135 or $185 when you go for all of it, and that is the best way to get the best value. The saving is amazing on that big collection. You're saving £72.92 in the UK. You're saving $99.60 in the US. That's amazing, but of course then on top of that you can use your Club Inspire discount. Club Inspire Platinum members in the UK will spend £108 or £140 $48 if you're in the US, saving you almost £100 and over $135. Everyone gets free shipping and handling on this large collection. Everyone gets free postage and packaging as well, and everyone gets the best value and the ability to make everything that we've shown you. It's all included in that large collection for you, but it is very, very busy. I know a lot of the stock has now gone. Right, let's move on and share with you some of the other stuff that is on the show. So we've got the Midas Spectrum Noir Metallic Ink Pad collection for you on the show. It's an 11-piece collection. I will be here in the morning with the lovely Leanne at 11 a.m. in the UK, 6 a.m. on the East Coast to do a masterclass on these. So if you want to get your order in now, then sit back, join us tomorrow. Absolutely, you can do that. £40 or $53 if you want to get your hands on those. Now, the die and stamp storage folders, very busy on these. There's two different ones here for you. You've got the small one, $14.99 or $14.95, or there's a larger one for you, $19.99 or $24.95. Great to store your precious memories in there along, or on, I should say, your magnetic storage panels. Now we've got the 3 packs available for you on the show, $4.99 or $6.99 if you want to get those for the smaller ones. The larger ones, the A4, $6.99 or $9.99. So a great way to store them all. Make sure you've got them all in the same place and know where they are. Loads of you still sharing all the different ideas, and lots of you still sending in pictures for us as well. So we've got about 20 minutes left on this show for you to get those photos in to us. We've had some in. Jane sent us this picture in, which she's going to be using. She's going to be using her grandchildren in her book. That is so cute.
Good choice, Jane. That's lovely.
It's lovely, isn't it? And look at Leslie's going to be making a memory book for a new pup. How cute is that?
Leslie. Oh, he's gorgeous. He, she. You'll have to let us know what he's called, Leslie. Oh, she's called.
Now, Janine sent a picture in. Is this Janine's 10-year-old that's been chatting about pineapple Jaffa cakes, I'm thinking, in the comments? She's going to be in her memory book with some Jaffa cakes, no doubt, I would imagine. Sonia's also sent in some pictures. This is our very own Snooze You Lose Y'all Sonia in Louisiana. I said, that's beautiful, isn't it, Sarah?
Oh, gorgeous. You can't fail but make a gorgeous card with that rose gold Sonia, can you?
Yeah, really.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Absolutely gorgeous. Really, really lovely. Loads of you sharing ideas as well in the comments. Keep doing that. But I know you saved one of your favourites, haven't you, for towards the end. I know you love this next element, Sarah.
Yes, and I'm going to show you 2 different ways to do it. So there's 20 minutes left in the show. So if you've got any questions, or if there's any of the dies in the set you don't know what they're for, or you want us to show you them, you want me to show you how they work, we've still got time to answer them. So let me know if there's something you want to see. But I'm going to use this tabbed purse collection, okay? So basically what you've got is there's 3 elements to this purse to kind of start with. It's these 3 parts here. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this one. First of all, what you'll notice is does not have a cutting edge at the top, so it's only a 3-sided cutting edge. So what you're going to do with that one, Joe, is you're going to get yourself just a sheet of cardstock, okay? And I'm just going to fold it over. Now I never fold it without a crease line in, right? So golden rule of this. So I'm going to just go round about the halfway point, about 4 inches, fold it over, and we're going to just stick that down. So what you do is, the reason it hasn't got a crease line is so that this can go up against that edge, and you know it's not going to cut over the bottom, because you don't want it to cut over the crease line. So that's why you've only got 3 sides to this die. So we're going to stick that one in, and we're going to cut that one through the die cutting machine. Now, because that's cutting 2 layers of card, I'm going to cut that on its own. So I'm not going to use anything else at the same time, unless I was doing something else where I was cutting 2 sheets of card. So a little bit of a tip there. Oh, top tip number 4 for the day.
That was a top tip sound effect there.
I think I've been doing more. I just haven't necessarily been saying to you, let's call this one of my top tips.
Well, if you don't qualify them as top tips, they don't count, apparently. And that comes direct from the law court of Leanne, not my rules, Sarah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Right, okay then, fair enough. So if I just make sure, because I had that quite near the edge there, just going to make sure those edge pieces come off. That is going to give you the outer fold piece for your card, okay? Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do this part here. So I've just got a little bit of craft card here, and we'll just cut this over with the craft card, and you'll see how this is going to give you the extra fold piece that goes on there, Joe, right? So this is like the little flap that goes over the top. So we've got our base card, it's got this little gluing flap along the back that then folds over. And that's when you've then got two choices of how to go and make this, okay? So if I fold this over like this, nice burnish, and then I'm going to take the tape and put the tape along this part here, all right? 2 strips, remember. You're going to get this, and you're going to pop this into here like that, and that gives you the base part. So now when this goes in our memory book, it opens out, and this part comes in. Now, the 2 options, okay? One of them involves these side panels. So if you want to work with these side panels, then what you do is you just cut them out. So can you see that? Cut that out. And then you're going to do all of the folding. So I'm just going to fold and crease. Look, I've got bits of glue all over me glass mat. Usually, Joe, I'm quite good at folding. Oh, now I'm trying to talk and craft and I'm not getting my creasing accurate. Usually I give it a little bit of a clean in between all the demos. But I've been so busy looking at your demos and chatting with you, I haven't been clean as we've been going. So you're going to fold this both ways, and then what you can do is you can do like a concertina fold. So can you see we've got that. You need 2 of them. So we've got 2 of them, and then let me show you how they go into your card. Because where you've got these 2 edges, I'm going to stick tape on both of those, and then that will go into the side of your project. So it goes into here like this, lines up against that edge, all right, and we will stick the second piece on when we get the next piece into play. So same here, I'm just opening this up so that we've got tape on both sides here, and then when that folds over, just make sure what you're trying to make sure is that that fold is going out to the edge so that you've got that lovely concertina. So can you see again, that's nicely stuck down, and then this part comes up, and oh, I'm very sticky. That folds over. Again, you're going to give that a nice stick down, and then as that folds over, that gives you that little edge piece on there.
That's one of my favourite words, gusseted.
Gusseted, right? So that's one option. Let me show you a different way to do it though, right? I've got another one of these and another one of the edge top pieces. So I'll stick this over. And can you remember in the book that I showed you first, the one that I did last time, I did a slightly different project. I did it in a different way. I'm going to show you how to do that one next. So we're back to that same stage. And then in this book that I did, I showed you how we did this, and it opens out like this. Oh, I
love that.
Right? I like this idea too. So let me show you. I'm just going to get a sheet of white cardstock, and you don't need anything too thick. So let's have a look, see if I've got one that's slightly a little bit thinner. What's this one here? Watercolour, no, that's quite thick. Oh, is this a piece? No, that's watercolour. Well, we've got a lot of watercolour card under here today, haven't we? Right.
Janine was talking about her daughter again. Yes, that was her 10-year-old. That was her eating a scone, homemade scones on VE Day. She's now majorly excited that we showed her photo.
Showed a picture. Yeah. Oh, I'm really pleased. Right, let's have a look at how wide this one is, right? So, just over 5 inches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this middle piece to 5 inches wide. So it's going to be slightly smaller than what our panel is. So when we open this up, this is going to go onto here now, and then we're going to cascade the waterfall down. So what we're going to look at is, bring your scoreboard in, how wide is this piece here? So this is 3 1/4 inches. So what I'm going to do first of all, Joe, is I'm going to bring this in. Was this our, no, that's the piece that's left over. Here we go. Right, so remember this first panel is 3 1/4 inches. So I'm going to come at 3 1/8 of an inch. So it's a tiny bit smaller, and I'm going to fold that over, right? Then this next one, I'm going to come 1 less, which would be 3, and I'm going to fold this over. So you're going to always fold it on the crease away from itself. Then you can fold it inwards. And then the next one, you would go 1 little notch less than the 3. So we would come to the 2 7/8 of an inch, and actually that is, I think, because what's left, Oh, it might just be perfect to fit in there. In fact, it is. Look at that.
Amazing.
That was good luck, not good management, Joe. Just so you, in case you were wondering.
we let's just go with the fact that that's how it's planned. Yeah.
So you see, when you fold this up, it's always a tiny bit smaller than the last one was. So it's just giving us that little concertina as we're going in. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to stick this onto the base here, and you can do all of your matting and layering or however you want on this one here, right? It's going to go on the front here, and then that folds up so that can go in your project. I've got like a nice little piece of paper to mat and layer on the front. I think I quite like this one, so I think I'm going to put this one in. There we go. So that'll go on the front here. And then again, more space for more photos. So when someone was asking how many pages, it's like how many photos can you get in? So can you see this opens right out to give you loads of space for photos, but it's not too tight because we've slightly tapered it all the way.
Amazing.
And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that in. This is our project that we're working on, not the one that's got something in. Here we go. I'm going to go to so we had our twist and pop, right? Then the next page was a nice simple one. Then we had our waterfall. Then the next page was a simple one. Then on this space here, it's where we're going to put the back piece here, and I'm going to use that tacky glue to stick it in place, Joe.
Wonderful. Very, very busy as we move towards the end of the show. Loads of you checking out with that big collection. It is very, very busy. Remember, the best way to get the best value is to go for that big collection. Lots of you looking forward to tomorrow as well. Laura, very much looking forward to the masterclass. That'll be with myself and Leanne tomorrow. She says she's already got them, so she can't wait to see what we do with them as well. Yolanda says, I love this demo. Can't wait to try it with those waterfall pictures as well. So is that the last page then in your memory book? Is that, it's beautiful. We're
coming all right, aren't we? We're getting there. And then here's this one. And then remember, on the other book, the one that I had, is where I also added in that last little set of tabs too.
Oh, fantastic.
So we did that one as well. And then there was one last thing I wanted to just quickly show you, right? So if I want to show you how to do that tear piece, Joe. So again, if I come to the right page, if I'm nice and organised in my book, and I can just flick through to get to the right page, here is the one here. So I love this die, I use this loads. And that is just a nice, perfect size, you see, for this piece here. So I'm going to just pick a nice piece of card, and I quite like, oh, it's nice. Let's have a little, oh, I like that too. The problem is that all the papers are a bit too nice, Joe, all of them. Oh, that would.
Well, you better be quick to pick one because they are absolutely flying out of those paper pads, so I don't think you'll have much time left.
That will go with the nice simple dotty one, right? So you get this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim it down to be the right size to go inside the book. So it's just slightly smaller. So it's 4 by 6. So I'm going to come to 3 3/4 like this by 5 3/4. So it's just that tiny weeny little bit smaller. There we go. And don't forget, these are a nice size to use up later. Then that lies on there, Joe. You're going to use a little bit of tape to hold it in place so it doesn't move when it's going through the die cutting machine. But I'm going to line that up just there, hold it in place so it doesn't move, and we'll send that through. But bear in mind, it doesn't die cut, it's just going to perforate, and it's the perforation ones that I think are really clever. And then remember what I was telling you before, I do it so if I haven't got anything like a special message that I want to write now, or if I've made the book. So for example, my friend Lizzie, she had a baby, so I did her a book and a book to send to her mum as well with pictures in. And I think if you do something like that, you know, it's much nicer that they write a little note inside instead of me. So what you would do is you would get your red liner tape, and you would just take the red liner tape or any sort of double-sided tape and put it along the top panel here like this, right? So you're going to put the red liner just along that first top panel. Then give that a nice good stick down. And actually, oh, great little tip here, Joe, right? If you ever want to make it so that it's easier to lift off, which what I do here, if I cut another piece of red liner tape, right, and just peel the backing off, so that we kind of lose the tape and we just are left with the liner. There we go. So just lose that little bit of tape. You can take this, lift up a little bit of the red liner and then put that underneath so that it's easy. When you want to peel that up, it's easy to peel this bit so that you can get to the tape. Make sense? And then, oh, another top tip. You see, you've got to remind me, Joe, when I give them to be telling everybody.
4 or 5 was that?
That was definitely, no, 4. I'm sure I've done more than that. I've had a good day for tips, I'm sure I have, right? So if we pop this on here and I just stick that in there, what it means is I've only stuck 3 edges, so you can write a note, slip your note into here, peel the backing off, stick it closed.
What a great idea.
So that they can then, you haven't had to tear it, someone gets that pleasure. So whether it's a, you know, so this is her first birthday, maybe it's on her 18th birthday, that's to open up and have a little note in there, what everybody, you know, maybe everybody handwrites a little bit something on the 18th birthday. It's just a nice extra little tip for that one there.
Beautiful. What a lovely creation. And how amazing that you've been able to create that pretty much, well, in the 2 hours that we've had for this masterclass, less than 2 hours, Sara.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll be really honest, Joe, we've been going quite slow and we've been chit-chatting as well. So if I was doing this at home, this is ideal time. If you want to add in, you know, if you want to go and do your time, add in the photographs as well. I'd obviously already got the bits of the photographs ready, but I wanted you to see how quick and easy it was to get a whole album done. And we've only used probably half of the kit. There's still loads more other elements that you could be doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Loads you're going to be able to do. And also depends as well how you theme these as well. The different things, different ways you're going to be able to use them. There is absolutely loads of different options for you. Let me run you through again everything that you're getting in this collection. So, firstly, you've got the spine, which is this one just here. So that is what you are getting. That is the sort of basis for your book itself. So that is in there. You're then going to get this one here, which is your tabbed page, as you can see. So the tabbed page and purse that you've got. So that allows you to create that beautiful page section at the back that Sara created, and also this wonderful opening that you can pop all of your loose elements into as well. You're then getting as well the twist and you're getting, sorry, the twist and pop. Let me get this out so you can see it here, which gives you that wonderful opening and closing mechanism that you can put your different pictures onto. You're going to get that included in your essentials, and then also you're going to get the waterfall as well, and the waterfall gives you that beautiful fluid opening closing motion where you can pop your pictures onto there. Absolutely amazing. It creates loads of interest in your different projects. Now, everyone pretty much going for the full collection. In the full collection, what you then get is the 4 that you've seen there. You will get the magnets included, but then you're also getting all of the extra accessories as well that go with this. So you're going to get the mini card and envelope selection, which is that one just there. You're also going to get one of Sara's absolute faves, which is this one here. It's the mini pocket and accessories collection, which allows you to do those wonderful hidden messages, as you can see there. And then finally, this one here, which is your frames and accessories, which is going to allow you to add all of your different names, all of your different folders and frames. You're going to be able to do everything. The great thing is about going for the biggest collection, what you get is you get the best deal, you get the best value for money, but then what you also get is the ability to do absolutely everything. You're never going to look at any of these memory books and go, oh, I couldn't do that one because I didn't get this accessory pack, or I didn't get that element of the collection. We've given you a really affordable way to get absolutely everything, because everyone saves £72.92 or $99.60. Platinum members save a whopping $99.92 or $136.60, making it £108 today for Platinum members, Club Inspire Platinum members, or $148. Let me show you a couple of the other bits that I haven't shared with you as we've gone through. There's this cutest one here of the boys, which I absolutely love, Sara.
Oh,
Charlie looks like a baby on here. He's sort of a real toddler, real sort of toddler age. They look absolutely gorgeous.
Nicole made me that one. It's lovely, isn't it?
Really beautiful. And this doesn't have to be in an album. This is a fantastic. This is a fantastic card project you can use here, absolutely. And then also, I love this one here. This one's been made by Margaret. Edgar's made this one, and it's a beautiful waterfall element, as you can see just here, which is lovely. It's to a special friend, and then it's got that little, I'm not going to open it all the way up and show you, but what you've got is that little secret compartment in there with a little note slipped in there too, and then beautifully decorated on the front of there as well. This one I hadn't seen before, Sarah, and this is like a double one.
This one.
How amazing is this one? So it opens out double, as you can see. So in this side here, you've got that little drop down wallet, which is wonderful. Got some pictures in here as well. Then you've also got this element here with that wonderful opening, tab opening, as you can see. This one here, this element here has got the, let me open this tab up. That's then got the twist and pop in there as well. There's so much going on. It's been sort of it's been just doubled up, which is a really clever way of using it. What's our last page in here as well? Just more beautiful pictures. And then if we come back to this side, let me open this side for you. What you've then got here, another beautiful tabbed opening section there.
Has that got one of them little magnets on as well?
It's not got a magnet. It's got like a little incision in it, and then you can actually just slot it back into there. How clever is that?
Really clever.
Loads of pictures again, and then again you've got one of those beautiful twist and pop elements within there. Again, that you're going to be able to use. I think this is such a clever way of using it. And then what you've got here is you've got your waterfall, which opens sort of from the centre there, as you can see, with all the different elements on. How amazing to do it that way. So is that just basically one long piece of card on the back?
12 by 6 on the back. And did you have the other one as well? It's the double one to show everybody again.
The double height
yeah,
one,
I'll show you the card. So this is the card as well. This one here that Joe was showing earlier, which I had to steal so I could pitch a few ideas from. This is why we try and show you all these samples, you know, so that you can have all these ideas. So this is a buckle just to, come on buckle, just open up here. You had trouble opening this up. I know, I understand now why, Joe.
It's good that it secures it so well, though.
It's really nice, isn't it? So this is with our Precious Memories papers in here as well. But there's those little compartments if you want to put them in. You've got the waterfall card on this one. Then as we move in, this is if you put the twist and pop inside the pages. So can you see this one's in between two pages as you open them? Or the other option that I did, I showed you how to do the where you would have it on a separate page. So I like to have it as when you then open it up. Or the other option, and how this, whoever made this one, I don't know who made this one, but this one is so that the whole page opens it up. So it's completely your choice. Then this is where I stole the idea from for the little tabbed pages on the back. Then you've got a little opening one here with some notes in there, which I think is a lovely idea. And then at the back there, you've got another little purse. This has got a magnet built into it. So it's quite nice. You wouldn't realise it had anything behind there, but it's got the magnet just stuck behind here and the other side of the magnet stuck into here. That's the purse I've just shown you how to do there. And then right at the end is just a couple of places to put your own photos. And a lot of our designers, you know, didn't put photographs in these because they didn't want to necessarily put photographs in their family. They wanted you to see how you could put photos of your family in and get a great idea as well. This one was done by Margaret Edgar to go to Germany, actually, this one.
Oh, fabulous.
Lovely.
This is that double height one that you were talking about as well, Sarah. So two spines glued together with then one piece of card on the top to hold it together, and one piece of card on the back as well to hold it together. I mean, you could even do three, I'm guessing, if you wanted to make it a real,
make it a 12 by 12.
Yeah, make it a really big one. And again, you've still got all the pages in there with all of the different elements that you were able to put into the smaller ones as well. So again, just another great way of using this, which is fantastic. You're going to have so much fun putting it together. There's absolutely loads that you can do with it, but don't miss out. £135 or $185 to get everything. It's really super busy as we come to the end of this show. 3 times for every one person going for the smaller collection, 3 of you are going for the largest collection. If you're watching this show back later, definitely check the website to see what the stock situation is if you're not watching it live. Another fabulous show coming up a little later. I'll be back with Craig and Creative Cravings, and then is it you and me together to get tomorrow, Sarah?
Yes, Leanne's got the morning slot, I'm on the afternoon, so I look forward to seeing you for a Sara special cartload tomorrow afternoon. You know what that means. All the stops have been pulled out. We've got a Sara special, deals galore.
Oh, it's going to be a fantastic day for the rest of today, and also back here again tomorrow. So whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a lovely day. We're going to grab some lunch and we'll see you back here in a few hours. Take care.